My dear friends, I wish all of you all the blessings of this great feast of the Apostle Saint Matthew. And if there are people whose name is Matthew, it's your feast. So I wish all of you a happy feast in a special way as well. Now, whenever I think of Saint Matthew, I always visualize a customs booth, and Matthew is sitting there collecting the taxes. He was a tax collector. I always reflected when Jesus, just passing by, told him, "Follow me." Just 2 words. He just left everything and followed Jesus. I always reflected, what is it that prompted Matthew to get out of that customs booth and then go with Jesus? The customs booth, it is his career and it is where he gets a lot of money in his life. Then why he just left everything and followed Jesus? And now when we go through the Jewish background, this is the only reason that I can find out, and that is this. After having received everything, the money he knows very well, it is all collected illegally. And very often the Bible speaks about tax collectors and sinners. These 2 words go together. That means we know tax collectors were not considered as someone great, but they were considered under the category of sinners. So in the society, this is not a good thing that he is doing. And after having been achieved everything, what is life after all? And there is no more real happiness. Can you get happiness from the money that is illegally collected in your life? Having considered all these circumstances, we know very well Matthew is restless. Matthew cannot find out the reason for life. Why do you live in this world? That's why he is sitting in the customs booth reflecting. Sometimes life is like that. Very often, have you gone through the same situation in your life? After having been achieved what you want, still you are not happy. After having been achieved the career that you want, still the career is not giving you any real happiness. Or after having been attained enough money and wealth and security and insurance for your life, but still you are not free and secured. You don't feel that real joy and happiness. And that is how sometimes life is moving towards. There are people sometimes asking me, "Father, what's the meaning of this life?" I work and I come back and then I go for work again. And what is at the end of the day this life is leading to? What's the meaning of life? There are serious moments we also come and sit under the customs booth. But mind you, Jesus is always passing by. And if you got eyes to open and see Jesus passing by, he will always say, "Follow me." And that was the reason he left everything, because follow me, that 2 words has got something that has touched the heart of Matthew. It's something, I have a new meaning for life. I have a new vision in my life. I have a person to whom who is going to give meaning for my life, and that is Jesus Christ. And we know he followed Jesus. And we know today we have a beautiful Gospel of Matthew just because he listened to the voice of the Lord. Today we have a great apostle, Matthew, a martyr who has given up his life for Jesus Christ. So we have Matthew with us today in our heart, in our memory, and everywhere as a great saint in the midst of our Catholic history. So therefore, whenever we are in the customs booth, there is a call always coming, "Follow me." Now, if you are tired, now this is not only of Matthew. In the Bible, there are so many people, their life has totally changed. Think about Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was another tax collector. And what was his booth? His booth was a sycamore tree. He was there hiding himself, not knowing what to do. I got good house, I got enough money, but life is not happy. There's something more to happen in our lives. There's something more that should give me happiness. That's when he is waiting for Jesus and Jesus passes by. Whatever be your booth, Jesus always passes by. And Jesus said, "Zacchaeus, come down, for I wanted to stay in your house." So he came and he also left everything. As Matthew left his job, his customs booth, his profession, everything for Jesus, now he also left everything. All the illegal money I collected, I give it back, and I'm going to give the rest to the poor. Jesus said, today, salvation has come into this life, into this family. Now life becomes so happy. Or think about Elijah, Prophet Elijah, out of fear, going and running away from the Lord, and he is now taking shelter under a solitary broom tree. Life is becoming, there's no meaning for my life, what to do? So at that time, the Lord sends an angel. Lord always passes by. So in our lives too, when we go through such situations where we don't find the meaning of life sometimes, or what is next in our life, there's no real happiness. After having been achieved everything, life is not happy at all. If you are going through such situations, find some time to be quiet, in deep silence, and listen to the voice where Jesus said, "Follow me, give your life for me." There are so many people who listen to those voices, and they are all the saints, and they are all the people around us who lived happily and told that our life gets meaningful only when we live for Jesus. As St. Paul says, if I live, I live for Jesus. If I die for Jesus. That is how you get meaning. Therefore, let us pray today. St. Matthew may intercede for us, in our own booths when we are sitting, that we may be able to hear that beautiful voice, "Follow me," and we may answer to those voice and follow Jesus, and thereby, whether we live or die, it's for Jesus.